number 6 for Mick Shannon. She's just a little bit wound up, was backing into a couple of the other fillies. You can also see 11 Pretty Perfect with Shamie Heffernan. She's sweated up quite a lot. Most of the fillies are more relaxed down here than the colts were yesterday. You can see especially number 9 Minding with Ryan Moore. She's nice and relaxed, lovely looking filly down here. She looks in great nick, great order. And number 12 Radiantly for the Inform Willie McCreary stable. She's also very relaxed, and she's been down here at the start, but this is local track for her, so no worries for her in this race.
Goes Radiantly, homebred of the Nearchus's, this daughter of Aussie Rules, just flattered by her proximity to Now or Never at Leopardstown. She'd beaten a length and 3/4, but it could have been 4 or 5. She was also behind Jet Setting at Leopardstown before that in April, when she finished 4th, and behind Coolmore here back in September in the Park Stakes. She's very good. The stable is in cracking form, trained by Willie McCreary, double here yesterday, Billy Lee likewise. There's number 9 going in, and there is the favourite.
Sure, her full sister ran yesterday in the first. She was second. She ran quite keen, just emptied a bit the last furlong. I'd say she's a pretty smart filly as well.
13 is Tanaza, making her seasonal debut. We had a word about her. And 8 Jet Setting going forward. Shane Foley into stall number 10. Pretty Perfect is led up next, and then it'll be Radiantly and not too many more.
Minding here is not going to change Aidan O'Brien's life or Ballydials, but it could have a huge pressure in the likes of Adrian Keatley, Willie McCreary and young Michael O'Callaghan. Just them 3 to mention. I mean, there are 3 young people, and a Guineas winner under their belt at this stage of their careers will be hugely important.
Tony, Tanaza at the last to be loaded, I think.
Yes, Tanaza being brought forward. Pat Smullen up for the Tattersalls Irish 1000 Guineas. They're ready, and they're off. And beginning well was Jet Setting Radiantly towards the inside. Pretty Perfect also in a prominent position, and just behind them is Now or Never with Minding on the inside, moving up now into about 3rd place as they race towards the elbow. Pretty Perfect, Jet Setting on the outside, Minding with the white face on the inner. Just up behind them now is Tanaza, and they're followed by Coolmore. Radiantly is settled back a few places. Now or Never is next. Zabo's towards the outside. They're followed by Cool Thunder, who's back in the field with California Dreaming as they come up the centre of the course now with under 5 furlongs to go, and Pretty Perfect. Jet Setting on the near side. Just behind these is Minding, the odds-on favourite. Tanaza in the green and red. Radiantly towards the far side. Then the broad white face of Coolmore ahead of Now or Never and Zabo, and then Cool Thunder and California Dreamin' as they run down past the halfway point, and Jet Setting and Shane Foley kick on ahead of Pretty Perfect, who's driven. Tanaza moves through into second, Minding there on the far side, then Radiantly, Now or Never also closing as they race inside the last 3 furlongs, and Jet Setting with Minding coming there on the far side, Tanaza towards the near side with Now or Never, then Radiantly towards the rail as they race now towards the final furlong, and Jet Setting has the lead from Minding, who's been organised now by Ryan Moore, and then comes Now or Never as they race inside the final furlong. Jet Setting on the near side, Minding on the far side. Jet Setting and Minding are pulled right away from the rest as they race into the closing stages, and Jet Setting on the near side, Minding is finding on the far side, but Jet Setting on the near side, Minding as they go to the line together, and Jet Setting has won it. Jet Setting has won from Minding, and they're cleared of Now or Never. Zabo, and behind Zabo comes Cool Thunder, then Radiantly, Tanaza, California Dreaming, Pretty Perfect, and Coolmore is last. So, splendid victory for Adrian Keatley. He only started training in 2014, and a first classic for him and a first for Shane Foley as they beat the hot pot Minding in the Irish 1000.
What I said just before they load him into the stalls, that it mightn't change Ballydials, but it's definitely going to have a huge impact on Adrian Keatley's record here. This filly, or his life even for that matter, this filly jumped out and makes all. Minding has her well covered at every step of the way, and they're 2 good fillies because they went a mile clear of the 3rd, and Shane Foley, huge one for him too, his first classic as well. We talked about Chris Hayes yesterday. This is a huge thing for him as well too. You've got the most powerful team just to his right there with Ryan Moore, one of the finest jockeys we've ever seen, and minding as good a Guineas winner as we've seen for a long time, and hard as she tries, this filly keeps pulling out every step of the way, and she's not going to be denied. She keeps, hard as the other filly tries to get to her, this Fast Company filly just keeps pulling it out. 2 winners yesterday for Fast Company, a Guineas winner today, and this filly has just kept on improving. She got a rough old passage in the English Guineas. She'd won her previous 2 well when she beat Now or Never and Alice Springs at Leopardstown, and won at the back end early on in the year when she won also at Cork. But what a good filly. Tracy is down with connections here.
Yep. Well, I'm here with Adrian Keeley. I think he's a little bit of shock. How does that feel?
Yeah, look, it's a bit of a shock, as you said. We're delighted it happened. It's a dream, really. It's miracles happen, you know what I mean? She was a cheap purchase, and
how much was
the business? 12,000 we bought her in last October. So look at.
Suddenly paid for itself now, hasn't it?
Yeah. Look, it's a great day, and I'm delighted for the owners, and John Kilbride is we've become good friends, and it's a dream, you know.
And what were you feeling there towards the end, because it was some finish? Did you think she'd get up?
Yeah, look, I was just hoping she'd stay where she was, you know what I mean? So, and she did, so it's great.
When I spoke to you, I was just about to wipe that tear away. When we spoke yesterday, you were kind of doing a rain dance because you were desperately wanting more and more rain, and it paid off, didn't it?
Yeah, look, we were delighted when the rain came. Paul Hensey wasn't too happy about it, but we were delighted it came, and she's done the business, so it's great.
Many congratulations.
Cheers, thank you.
Well done.
It's an extraordinary story. It's a wonderful story. I mean, Adrian is dead. He's very, very modest. Ahead, she wins by.
This filly was bought at Richard Hannon's last year for 12 grand. And
she had form, and exactly, Richard Hannon trained her.
And won a Guineas.
Adrian brought her to France, and she finished third in a listed or group race, and she has not looked back.
And a great win for Shane Foley as well too. Shane is a foal to the McAlfer stable, and the crowd just gathered around here, going to give her a great reception back in here. These are 2 locals. Kevin Prendergast yesterday, young man Adrian Keatley coming right back. He trains over there in Dunlavin, just behind walls of Kilgown up there, and it's a great success.
Brilliant. What about that? What a chair. What a winner.
What a winner. What a fairy tale result. As I said beforehand, it was going to change a few people's lives if they came out on top, and Adrian Keatley was the man who hit the jackpot. He's had a great run. He had 2 or 3 winners in air there last week. Kieran Fallon rode a couple of them for him, and he's
had 2 trebles a day this year.
Yeah, but this is the one that counts.
Yeah.
This is the one that makes it all up. And great for Shane Foley.
What a talent.
Fine rider. Associated Mick Half rides a lot of winners. These lads don't often get an opportunity to ride a big fancied horse in a classic race, and when they do, they took it with both hands. She's by Fast Company, who we were yesterday, wasn't over complimentary. Fast Company wasn't everybody's cup of tea when he went to the sales, but he's produced himself here a double yesterday and a winner of the Guineas here today. I'm not sure if he still stands, but he did stand with the Burnses there just beside Nace, and they're no strangers to big race success. They're probably one of the shrewdest people in the business.